China has been in the news for the past few weeks. China has been creating various issues in this region. But what exactly the problem in Galwan and the Pangong Tso Lake is, let's discuss in detail. But discussing this particular problem in detail, let's see this particular region as a whole. See, if you see this particular region, this is the Akshaishan region. This is the Karakoram range. Near to it is the Karakoram Pass. Here we have got the airstrip, that is the Daulat Beg Oldie. Near to it is the Galwan Valley. Here is the Pangong Tso Lake. There is Chushul. From here we are constructing the road from Darbuk to Daulat Beg Oldie. We are also developing an extension into the Galwan Valley, which will provide an access into the Akshaishan region. Second, we are developing a road from Darbuk to Daulat Beg Oldie along the bank of the river Shok. This is the Shok River. We've also developed an extension of the bridge of the Darbuk Daulat Beg Oldie into the Galwan, which will give an access into the Akshaishan region. And this is the Pangong Tso Lake. Now, if we see the northern belt of India, there are various passes, and these passes are of the main interest to China because without the passes, they cannot construct the roads, and by having the passes, it will provide them an easy access. China is developing a dream project, that is the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor will be connecting from Gwadar port of Pakistan, will be passing through Pakistan, mainland Pakistan, and will be going through Gilgit-Baltistan region, and will be going through the Kunjewar Pass, and will be entering into the Xinjiang province. The reason is that when they are having this China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, they don't want any interference in between. But our development of the infrastructure in the northern area, and that too the development of the Darbuk Daulat Beg Oldie Road, and we heading at the Karakoram Pass, it will significantly improve us in blocking this China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which will be putting a threat on China, which is not of the interest to China. Apart from this, China has also got a other dream project, that is the Wakhan corridor. To counter it, China has also developed a strategy with Pakistan, which is also known as the anti-pincer strategy, which is also known as I-2 pincer strategy, in which one I stands for infiltration, which is from the Pakistan side, and one is the incursions, which stands for the Chinese counterpart. Like the infiltrations will be done from the Chinese side, and incursions will be done from the Chinese side at the same front. It will be putting a threat on our armed forces. But development of this road, and we are having an airstrip in this region, that is Daulat Beg Oldie, and that to a logistic support, that is the Darbuk Daulat Beg Oldie, and we having a highest battleground on our at Siachen Glacier. It will strategically improve our position in this belt, which is not of the interest of China. And these kind of incursions are not of today. These have been having from the earlier also. If we see and turn our pages back in the history, these kind of incursions have been happening in 2013. It happened in Chumar. It happened in Denchok. So there's nothing more significant that it is of the much of today. And also the situation will normalize in few days. But what exactly has happened this time is somewhat more complicated, because this time the position of India has significantly improved in this area, because by development of the road, that is from Darbuk to Daulat Beg Oldie, it has significantly improved our position in this area, because by development of this road we will be able to give proper logistic support to our airstrip at Daulat Beg Oldie. And apart from this, if China blocks the road at Galwan Valley, we have an alternative road from Sasoma to Murgu. Because if we see in the earlier times, it was very difficult for us to cross the river, because whenever the current of the Shok river was very fast, And whenever the river level was rising, this particular area was divided into two blocks of land, and it was very difficult for us to reach from this particular strip to the other strip. And China was very confident and was very cool in the Akshay Chin belt. But after the development of this particular tankable road, it will become very easy for us to reach into the Akshay Chin region. This is the bridge which we have developed into the Galwan, and it will significantly give us a connectivity into the Akshay Chin region, and we will be able to head towards the Akshay Chin belt also, and it will strategically improve our position in the northern belt. This is the road which we have constructed from Darbuk to Daulat Beg Oldi. In the recent news, you might have heard that China has withdrawn its troops 2 kilometers on the back towards the LAC. But in reality, China has got a hidden policy. China doesn't show what exactly it is doing. But China, because we cannot trust on China, because China always either has a wave strategy, or we can say it has got a cabbage strategy. Because China always comes in waves. China initially puts its very low troops in front, and that too the other troops are put on the backside. This kind of strategy China plays during the war footing also and normal scenarios also. We cannot trust on China because this kind of scenario is happening not of today. It happened in 1962 also. If we turn back in time, the same scenario happened in 1962. But what happened after 79 days? We were confronted with the 1962 war. So we cannot take lightly China. China has got hidden objective, and the post was the same. Because China has got a strategical reason in this area. Because there are basic two reasons. One is the strategical reason, and second is the fresh waters. China wants the Galwan Valley because it gives a strategical advantage in controlling the Akshay Chin region, because this is the main area by which Indian troops can enter into the Akshay Chin belt. Second, the Galwan river originates in this particular area and meets into the Shock, so they can use the fresh waters of the Galwan river for their constructive purposes. So they want this particular area. If we see this particular region as a whole, the northern region, we are already having a strategical dominance by having the dominating heights, like the Siachen Glacier. Siachen Glacier is the highest battleground on earth. We are already having the Siachen Glacier because by having the Siachen Glacier, we will be able to overlook the Karakoram Highway. We can overlook we can monitor the troop movements of the Chinese movement along the Karakoram Highway. After the development of the road from Darbuk to Daulat Beg Oldi, and with the alternative from Sasor Ma to Murgu, it will give us a dominance in the northern region, and it will put a threat on the Chinese dream project of CPEC. And after the completion of all the roads and bridges, it will put a strategically improve our position in this region and put a threat on the anti-PIS strategy which China has made with Pakistan. Apart from this, it will also put a threat on the Chinese dream project like Bakhan Corridor, CPEC, and the anti-PIS strategy. To counter these our ongoing projects, China has shifted its mechanism and now developed a post at Deepsang 5390, that is as a observation post. The main reason of conflict or the standoff at LAC is that the development of infrastructure and our significant infrastructure improvement in the northern belt and Chinese observation post at Deepsang 5390, the control over the Galwan River, the Galwan Ridges, and the Pangong Tso Lake are the main cause of conflict between India and China. Now, if I see the map, this was the map which was projected in 2019. The cause of concern in China is that China is having a threat in the mind that when we have developed the road from Darbuk to Daulat Beg Oldi, and that too an extension into the Galwan, China is having a threat in the mind that we might enter into the Aksai Chin region and we can claim the Aksai Chin belt also, as we have claimed the Pakistan occupied Kashmir. And both the regions, you talk about the Aksai Chin region or you talk about the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, both are the core projects of China. Because in both the regions, there are the core interest of China. Here we call it as Pakistan occupied Kashmir, but in reality it is not Pakistan occupied Kashmir, it is basically Chinese occupied Kashmir. Chinese are regularly maintaining a troop strength of 20,000 soldiers in the Gilgit and the Baltistan region, because Gilgit and the Baltistan region is a region which is close to the world. They are regularly developing the Karakoram highway, they are widening the Karakoram highway, they are modernizing the Karakoram highway so that the mobilization of Chinese troops can be fastest. Apart from this, the CPEC starts from Gwadar port, passes through the Gilgit-Baltistan region and enters into the Xinjiang province. And again, this particular region become the core interest of China. Also, China has taken Pakistan by constructing of various dams, like they are constructing dam over the Indus River here in Daimar Pasha. Here also they are constructing one dam. The complete dams are constructed by Pakistan, but the money has been given by China. Similar lies with the Aksai Chin region. The Aksai Chin region, they want to utilize for the development of their chips, the microchips, earlier which they were manufacturing in Taiwan. So they require the minerals of this particular belt also, and apart from this they require fresh waters, and these are the main interest of China. These all are stopped because of the development of the road and the infrastructure development in this region. If we see, this is the road which we have constructed, that is from Darbuk, Galwan to Daulat Beg Oldi, with the extension into the near the Galwan, which will give us an access into the Aksai Chin region. If we see, there has been a specific trend, like earlier if the conflict started, it was from Finger 4 area, like from Pangong So, but slowly and gradually it shifted to the top to Deepsang 5390, Deepsang area. Now what the question arises, why they are interested in Deepsang area? The reason being that Deepsang, they will be utilizing it as an observation post. Because earlier they shifted from Pangong So to Galwan Valley, then they moved upwards to Deepsang 5390. This is Deepsang 5390 point. By Deepsang 5390, they will be able to monitor our airstrip at Daulat Beg Oldi. They will be able to monitor the Siachen Glacier also, and apart from this, they will be able to monitor the Darbuk Daulat Beg Oldi road also. So there are hidden objectives, because earlier if we see, China started from here and shifted to the top. So China always has got hidden motives. This is the observation post at Deepsang 5390. This is our own airstrip, that is Daulat Beg Oldi, that is the DBO airstrip. This is the observation post, Deepsang 5390. Now talking about the Pangong So Lake. What is the issue at Pangong So Lake? See, this is the Pangong and this is the So part. The So part lies towards China. Now you might have heard in the news the finger areas. Now exactly what are the finger areas? If we see, this is the palm, this is one finger, this is two finger, this is three finger, this is four finger, this is five, this is six, this is seven, this is eight. So the claim is that we have been claiming that the Indian claim is that it starts from 1 and extends till finger 8, and Chinese claim are that they want till finger 4. This is the main claim. Now they are maintaining, China is maintaining the troops till finger 4, and we want that China should move back to this particular point, that is till 8. This is the main issue. This is the line which is claimed by India, and this is claimed by China. If we see in the 1962 map, this is our territory. This is our territory. Now, why the question arises? Why finger 4? Because finger 4, by getting finger 4, it provides China a Chushul approach. And this was the main approach which China used in 1962. This is the main approach which China uses when China becomes offensive. And it is the same approach which China used in 1962. This is the Chushul approach, by which they can move from the ridges and they can enter into the northern belt of India, that is the Ladakh region. This is the Chushul approach. This is the Chushul approach. From the ridges they can directly enter into the Chushul. Now talking about the Galwan Valley. The Galwan Valley, here is the Shyok River. Here flows the Shyok River. Here flows the Shyok River. Near to it we are constructing the Darbuk Beg Oldi Road. And here we have constructed the bridge which will provide us an access into the Aksai Chin region. This is the PP point 14. Now why name Galwan Valley? The Galwan Valley has been named after Ghulam Rasul Galwan. He was from Ladakh. He was the herd breeder and he used to take his sheep to the Galwan, and he discovered Galwan. His name has been mentioned in the books written by the Britishers also, like Servant of the Sahibs. It has been clearly mentioned that Ghulam Rasul Galwan discovered the Galwan Valley and he belonged to Ladakh. So Galwan is an integral part of India. This is the PP point 14 where the incident took place. This is the claim line which China is claiming, and this is the claim line which China is claiming, and this we are claiming. Now why exactly China is interested in Galwan? Because Galwan Valley is important for India because it provides us an access directly into the Aksai Chin region. By blocking the Galwan Valley, China becomes secure that nobody can enter into the Aksai Chin region, because in Galwan Valley there are ridges. There are ridges. These are the ridges. These are the ridges by which they can directly come into through the Galwan, and this is the same route which they used in 1962. By this route they can come directly and can directly block the Darbuk Daulat Beg Oldi road. And this is the main cause of concern, and China is worried because we have already developed an extension of this road, a 10 cable road which we have constructed into Galwan Valley. That is, we have constructed the extension of the Darbuk Daulat Beg Oldi road into Galwan Valley. So we will be able to enter into the Aksai Chin region, and this is the main cause of concern for China. So China doesn't want that any particular person should dominate in the Aksai Chin region, and this is the main cause of concern. If I see a cross-sectional view or the three-dimensional view of this area, you will see that what the scenario earlier was, that this was the Shyok River, and whenever the level of this river was increasing, this particular area, that is this one and the other, these two particular area were divided into two block masses. and China remained very confident that they were very secure of the Aksai Chin region. But after the development of the road, this road and our development of the bridge, it will become very easy for us to have an access into the Aksai Chin region. And this is the main cause of concern for China. And this is the main cause of concern for China. This is the bridge which we have constructed. This is a 10 cable bridge which we have constructed near over here. So we will be able to enter into the Galwan ridges also, and it will provide us a dominance in the Aksai Chin region. Now the other objective of China is that the Galwan river flows from here, and they can easily block this particular river, and they can utilize it for their purpose which they are interested in construction of the chips, because Galwan river comes and meets into Shyok, and then Shyok comes and meets into Indus. It is the main tributary of Indus river, which is the interest, and it is a freshwater lake. So the second main cause of concern of presence of China in this region is that China wants to control the freshwater lakes and also wants to protect the interest of Pakistan in this region. If you see as a whole in this region, the China has been regularly helping Pakistan in be it construction of various dams on the Indus River, like the Daimar Basha Dam, over here the other dam, whether it is the development of this particular area as a whole. So China has always been controlling and interfering in the affairs of Pakistan occupied Kashmir, though we have been calling it as Pakistan occupied Kashmir, but in reality it has been Chinese occupied Kashmir. China has also been creating problems in the northeastern belt also. Like China is trying to control the Brahmaputra river. Brahmaputra river is a tributary of Yarlong Sangpo. China is constructing various dams on the Yarlong Sangpo river, which is the cause of concern for India. Like they are constructing dam that is Zangmo, Dagu, Jakshu, Jasha. These are the dams which China has constructed in Pakistan, like Daimar Basha Dam, the Tarbela Dam, the Warshak Dam, the Mangla Dam. The dams which China has constructed on Yarlong Sangpo Brahmaputra River are Zangmo, Dagu, Jakshu, Jasha. And the basic factor what with the cause of worry is that India and China is not having any water treaty. There is no existing water treaty between India and China, and that too, the other cause of worry is that these particular dams which have been constructed in Pakistan have been constructed by the money given by China. And all these particular dams are the dams, majority of their dams are on the Indus River. And the money has been given by China. So indirectly China will be coming as a third party mediator between the talks on Indus Water Treaty. But Indus Water Treaty has been signed between India and Pakistan. These are the dams which have been constructed on, see, Yarlong Sangpo Brahmaputra river comes like this. This is the great bend of Yarlong Sangpo, and then it enters at Brahmaputra river. Brahmaputra river is the main river in the northeastern sector. If this particular dams are controlled and the river is cut off and diverted and taken into the northern belt of China, the complete Brahmaputra river will be blocked, and it will be a really cause of concern for India. These are the rivers. If you see, the major trunk of Indus River comes and lies in the Gilgit-Baltistan region. And the Daimar Basha Dam has been constructed in this particular area, that is over here. This is the Daimar Basha Dam. This is the Punji Dam which has been constructed, and all, if you see, that all the dams have been constructed on the Indus River. Now, talking briefly in this area, this is the Wakhan corridor which connects with Afghanistan, which is also providing an access into mainland China. China is connecting from from Gwadar port, it will be going directly into Xinjiang province. Pakistan occupied Kashmir, which I have already told you, that is the China occupied Kashmir. Here, if we construct this particular road, we will be able to put some control and check on China, on the growing dominance of China in this region, and which is really causing problem to China. So it is finding ways and means to control us. Now the question arises, how should we pressurize China? We should raise the issue of minorities and atrocities which China follows extensively as state policies. On one aspect, we should also focus on improving our military capabilities, improving our infrastructure, and at the same time raise those issues. Like, it's not that China is not having any problem. China is also facing internal problems. There are problems in China, like the problem of the Uyghurs in the Xinjiang province. It's not Xinjiang province. Earlier it was the part of East Turkestan. So raise the issue of the Uyghurs. It is the time when India should support the Tibetan uprising, because we should support Tibet. Tibetan movement, if we are supporting it, it will play a key factor in development of the Tibetan also, and apart from it is, if we are supporting Tibet in the later on stage, Tibetan can become a factor by which we can be able to curtail the growing dominance of China in this region. Third factor is support the movement of Hong Kong in this region. China is also having a problem in the South China Sea. So take the support of the ASEAN countries and pressurize them. China is having a problem with Japan, in the Senkaku Islands. So take the support of Japan also. Apart from this, because of the coronavirus epidemic, all the world as a whole is against China. So this is the time when we can play a common card by which China can be pressurized. Because this is the time if China is not controlled or curtailed, then it might never be done. Because we have mobilized our troops, the amount which have been invested in mobilization of the troops has been done. So let's utilize this particular opportunity for the betterment of a tomorrow. So let's play a better card for developing a better future for the better world tomorrow. Thank you.